today we have another beautiful day for a ride, and we're going to be taking you on a West Virginia adventure today. We are heading down Route 35 to Gallipolis. We're going to cross over into West Virginia and then take Route 2 over towards Huntington, West Virginia. We're going to make a stop for lunch at a cool little place called Oscar's. And we'll show you that, and then we're going to head on over towards Huntington, and we have another treat for you there where we're going to show you a museum that features electronics, computers, TVs. Cool little place that you might find interesting. Right now we're going to head over the river into West Virginia, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. One thing you should keep in mind is that West Virginia is a helmet state. So we had a little interesting story a couple of years ago when we came down here. Didn't even look to verify what West Virginia was, and we weren't wearing helmets at the time. And so we rolled all into West Virginia, and some bikers are waving at us and tapping their heads, and we're like, uh-oh, we got a problem. So we stopped, and I looked it up online, and it was like, sure enough, we were supposed to have, yeah, we were supposed to have helmets on. So we got the heck out of Dodge, as they would say, and headed back to Ohio before we had any issues with the authorities. So, lesson learned, West Virginia, you have to wear a helmet.
Yep.
We're heading down Route 2. We're actually going to be passing one of our favorite places, Hillbilly Hot Dogs. We did some content on there last summer. I'm sure we'll be back there this summer again, but we're not going to be stopping today because we have another little place we want to show you a little farther down the road, closer to Huntington. You can see we just had a lot of rain, a lot of storms, and you can see the river's pretty full. And up here around the bend is one of our favorite places, Hillbilly Hot Dogs. If you look back through our library of content, you'll find a video on it if you want a little more information. But we'll be back here this year, but awesome place to stop if you have an opportunity. We love it. And they have great hot dogs.
Looks like they had a good crowd.
Yeah. We're probably about 15 minutes away from here, heading continuing on Route 2 towards Huntington.
There's spots on the other side,
Okay.
up along the like closer in front of the building.
Oh, okay.
Go on the left or the right.
Well, we are here at Oscar's in Barbourville, West Virginia. And we had there's about a 20-minute wait to get a table on a Sunday afternoon, which isn't too bad. So we're gonna go in here in a few minutes and check it out.
Yeah, it smells amazing. Oh my gosh, and it's crowded in there. This is a happening place to be in Barbourville, man.
Yeah. So we'll take you in there with us. Let's go. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Very cool looking place. And some more of it over here. Well, we're here at Oscar's. We got our table pretty quick, got our drinks pretty quick. And it looks like a really happening place.
Yeah, very busy in here. So, Oscar's was opened back in 2017. The owner said he wanted to open his own burger joint and had recently lost his 16-year-old dog. And so his dog's name was Oscar. He was a boxer. And yeah, so his dog's name is living on through Burgers and Brews. So we're anxious to check it out.
There you go. Now you know how Oscar's got its name. We placed our order. We got 2 Oscar burgers. So we're going to try those out when they get here, and we'll let you know how those are. Well, we just got our Oscar burgers. The only difference is I got chips, and Dawn got some
Very
yummy looking fries.
delicious French fries.
And there actually is the birthday girl. She just turned 27 today.
27.
She's 7 in dog years.
7 in dog years.
And we wanted to get a shot of Oscar.
Boy, this is a holler down here.
Yeah. Okay, it's got to be somewhere around. Let's see, Radio Museum to the
Yeah.
right. Okay. Up here to the left, it looks like.
There we go.
Whoa. Now we made it to the Museum of Radio and Technology, and we're going to go in there and show you what that's all about. That's going to be kind of exciting. Hopefully it'll be interesting, and you can go in there and see it with us. And we're heading on in.
Kind of happening place.
Welcome to the past. So a lot of cool things in here. If you're a radio buff, you probably know more about these than we do. Some of the old electronic games and radio kits. They're very cool.
This was the old disc player they had in the early 80s. Have you ever had one? Because we had one when I was a kid, and it looks like a record album, and then you just put it in the front of your machine and it plays movies. That was before VCR.
Wow. Who knew?
Right. So check out this. Did you ever have one of these? It was a VHS and a DVD combination. It had to have been within the VHS final days.
Oh, there you go.
But you had the best of both worlds. Breaker 19, you got a copy?
Look what's in here.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, it's like a
Old
hardware store
photographs.
sort of thing.
1926 Victor Victrola. I think we had that album. Wow. So they have it set up like a little hardware store or a radio store. I'll show you a few more of the items around.
Oh my gosh. Oh, hi. Yes, I'd like to order a Donato's pizza. Oh, yes. Yes, a large. Great. Thank you. We'll see you in about 2 hours.
Back here, radio. You can get your radio tubes tested. Back in the day that everything used tubes. And there's the guy that'll test it for you. And here's something I don't even think they make anymore, is Magnavox. Now a Magnavox tube for your set. You can see inside of there. All right, see what we got here. All right.
Are those noise canceling headphones?
Remember this? 1 ringy dingy, 2 ringy dingy. And we got a Thomas Edison here, 1918. Wow. How cool is that? Some old radio from the Simplex Radio Corp and a Zenith on the bottom from 1936. I used to watch that show, Dragnet. How cool was that? This is a Zenith from 1938. This is an RCA radio with Victrola from the 1920s. And this part is from 1934.
Wow.
There's a whole wall full of Westinghouse products, radios. Here's a National Metal Case TV from 1949. Now this was like space age here. This was a Philco, if anybody remembers those brands.
It was from 1958 to 1960.
Wow. These from the 1940s. Here's an early version of the Apple II Plus. So this is the early portable computer. And I actually used one of these in my early career days. You would get them from the office if you had work to do at home, and you could take that home and do work at home on the quote portable computer that weighed like 100 pounds. Here's a lot of military radio gear that I believe he used. We'll ask him a few questions. Doesn't seem that interested in responding, but there's a lot of equipment that was used during that time. And some more over here, even with some of the old walkie-talkies that kind of see in the movies. And this was one of the original calculators from 1969.
Mm-hmm.
Original price was $800 for this.
Ouch.
To tell you what 10 times 10 is. That's where the news would come off. And the old controls for a radio station. And that's where they would pull all their 8-tracks from. And then different albums that would be played. How cool is that?
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Dawn Sherrick Show. Today, we're going to talk about something really cool.
Stay tuned for a
Stay
really
tuned
cool story.
for something really cool. See ya.
And over here, some old television cameras. Color, RCA. Here's one of the DJs you just saw from WHOTT. Hot 109.
You're funny.
Well, that was the Radio and Technology Museum. What did you think about that, Dawn?
That was pretty cool. That was definitely a step back in time, and I got to see some things from the old days that were before my days. So it was really cool.
And for me, there were some things that were part of my days that are now part of my past, but very interesting to see that if you have a chance, and especially into old antiques and radios and technology, computers, anything like that. They've got that all here from the 1920s forward. So stop by in Huntington and take a look at it if you get a chance. So now that we're wrapping things up for the day, I did want to mention that today is Dawn's birthday. And we're not going to say how old she is, but she's 7 in dog years.
7 in dog years,
so
yes.
you can figure that out. So the one thing she wanted to do today was go to Dairy Queen.
Yes.
And so we knocked that out. So since it is Dawn's birthday, I would like you to all join in with me and wish Dawn a happy birthday. So are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dawn, who's 7 in dog years. Happy birthday to you, and many more.
Oh, thank you very much.
Happy birthday. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to subscribe to Two Wheel Buckeyes for more motorcycle adventures and tips. Your support fuels our passion and helps us bring more content like this to you.
Stay tuned for more exciting rides on our channel, and until next time.
Ride safe and keep the spirit of adventure alive.